Hello everyone, here is Ricardo Vargas and this is the 5 Minutes Podcast. And today I'm going to save you a lot of time by summarizing the 456 pages of the AI Index Report 2025 from Stanford University. Stanford publishes this every year and it's trying to make sense of what is happening in AI in the current year. And the best part of this summary, this time I'm not using artificial intelligence to do that, okay? I use Notebook LM to help me to find the best pieces to share with you related to project management, but on this podcast, for sure, it's me here. It's not AI, okay? And let's go straight to the point. What are the 11 key takeaways from the report and how do they impact our projects and our profession? So the first insight, AI performance continues to grow exponentially. Don't think that the ChatGPT you used 2 years ago is even close to the ChatGPT you are using today. Models are now outperforming humans in complex tasks like coding under time constraints. And for us, this means faster projects, learner teams, and much higher pressure for top performance. It's to do more with less, more with less and less. The second insight, AI is being applied just everywhere, from medicine to transportation. Just to give you an example, over 220 AI-powered medical devices were approved just in 2024. This means that more and more projects will involve AI integrations, requiring new technical skills from project managers. So it will be very easy to see project managers working with AI agents, working with AI on a day-to-day basis, like working with another team member. The third insights, real productivity gains and astonish record-breaking investments. Just to give you an idea, in 2024, AI investments in the US alone, I'm talking only United States, reached a staggering $109 billion. And just to put this in perspective, that is enough money to buy 100% of the Brazilian oil company Petrobras. That is the most valuable company in Brazil. And also, with the remaining investments, you can buy 100% of Vale, one of the largest mining companies in the world. And just last year, and just United States. I'm not counting China, I'm not counting Europe, I'm not counting any other country. So that shows how AI is not just a hype. It's where real money is going to drive productivity and efficiency. And the world never saw this amount of money being put into something like what we are seeing in 2023 and 2024 in AI. The fourth insight is about China. China is closing the gap with US in AI performance. The country is accelerating its scientific publications, model development, and AI applications. Just take the example of Manus and DeepSeek. If you manage international projects, these could impact partnerships, suppliers, and even compliance because it's a real technical war that is happening to see who will lead to the new frontier of AI performance. The fifth insight is about responsibility. AI responsibility is still far behind where it should be, according to the report. Few models undergo standardized audits and ethical incidents are on the rise. Fake news, fake images, fake videos. So this is happening pretty much everywhere. And that means that us working with AI, we must strengthen governance, risk management, and ethics, mainly when we are using and developing using AI. The sixth insight is a global optimism about AI. But this optimism is not spread out in the same way globally. For example, Asian countries like China and India are far absolutely far more optimistic than Western nations. It means that, for example, a lot of Western nations see AI with much more skepticism about the future and the future of work. And why this matter to us? Because this affects how change is perceived and adopted across cultures and regions. So if we are developing a product using AI, we should expect a different perception of what will happen based on the different countries we are operating and we are developing. The seventh insight, AI is becoming cheaper, faster, and more accessible. For example, the inference cost, the cost of running a trained model in real time, has dropped more than 280 times in recent years. This is like taking technology that once belonged only to elite labs, big techs, and making them available to startups and individuals. So it means it opens the door for us to experiment AI in small projects, in small project office operations, in small project teams to explore advanced solutions. So it's not restricted anymore to just the big investment projects. The eighth insight, governments are stepping up into the AI game. The US, France, India, Canada, and China are investing billions in shaping new regulations and creating an environment to foster AI innovation. So public or regulated projects will need to adapt, for example, to a changing environment in terms of legal, ethical, and transparency in how AI behaves in this project. So this is something that is picking up, and it was a very clear difference between last year's report and this year's report. The ninth insight, AI education is growing, but readiness is still low. So many teachers and professionals don't yet feel prepared to teach or apply AI in practice. Many people are still thinking that AI is just to improve your email or your social media posts. And this was, I would say, a trend in 2022. But this today is pretty much close to nothing comparing with the potential of AI today. And project managers, and they have a critical role enabling this continuous learning. So we need to make sure that project managers know how to use AI and know how to apply AI in their work, because probably it will be a massive barrier for those who do not dominate AI to survive and thrive, I would say, in few years from now. And when I say few years, I'm saying probably 1 or 2 years from now, okay? The 10th insight, innovation in AI is now led by industry, not academia. Over 90% of notable models came from companies like OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and DeepSeek. This shifts how we approach applied research, scale solutions, and think about innovation inside our projects. And the last but not least, the 11th insight, AI is becoming a driver of scientific breakthroughs. It was behind major discoveries that awarded, for example, Demis Hassabis the 2024 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the AlphaFold, Turing Awards. So scientific and technical projects are increasingly depending on AI. So AI is driving these scientific breakthroughs in different areas. And we as project leaders, we need to navigate this intersection of research, data, and delivery. So now, what does all of these mean to our profession? It means that we must, of course, adapt, keep learning about AI. Just to give you an idea, in the past 45 days, I did 3 courses on AI. I'm spending about 10% of my time just studying what is happening, trends, and how this is reshaping the way I perceive my projects. And it's not just about managing scope, time, risks, stakeholders. No, It's about evaluating the value of my project. So we saw, for example, PMI doing a research on value, and AI is shifting that because, for example, maybe I'm producing a project where everything is perfectly fine, but the benefit that I'm producing, for example, the main characteristic of the product I'm producing, AI will do that. And then maybe the benefit I'm delivering with my project will be irrelevant in the future because, AI will be doing that easily in the future. So this kind of landscape is what we need to be prepared because it's a transition that requires from us ethics, agility, and a massive strategic vision. So think about that. You can find this report online. It's free, okay? If you go on a search engine and look for AI Index Report 2025, you can download it. And it's nice for you to take a look on it and maybe find other insights on that. Okay, it's very important. This is probably the most relevant report we have in the market today. So I hope you enjoy this podcast. Sorry for it being too long, but I didn't want to split this into 2 episodes. So I hope you enjoy it and see you next week with another 5 Minutes podcast.